Hey kiddos, so today I'm going to walk you through how I would answer an SAT vocabulary and context question. Okay, these are the most common types of words and context questions on the reading section, and that's what we're going to start practicing for. So we just went over in class 4 different tips. Those tips were read the whole paragraph, predict the answer before looking at your answer choice, plug it in. So plug in your answer choices to see which one fits the best, plug it into the sentence. And the last one is to just keep reading, right? Your reading comprehension is going to help you more on these questions than studying words to boost your vocabulary. Actually, just being a good reader and being able to figure out the meaning of words is going to help you more. So let's take a look at our question again. So tip 1 was to read the whole paragraph. So I'm going to do that now. Whoops, wrong one. All right. So it starts its own paragraph, so I'm going to start a sentence before. And some cities have transformed their streets into cycle path freeways, making giant strides in public health and safety and the sheer livability of their neighborhoods, in the process of turning the workaday bicycle into a viable form of mass transit. If you credit the demographers, this transit trend has legs. The millennials who reached adulthood around the turn of the century and now outnumber baby boomers tend to favor cities over suburbs and are far more willing than their parents to ride buses and subways. Okay, so I'm going to now do step 2. I've read the whole paragraph, so now I'm going to predict the answer. So I'm going to predict the answer by getting the word credit and figure out what I would replace. So if you credit the demographers, I know that demographers, these are people who look at statistics about people. So I would say if you find them credible. So if you find the demographers credible, this transit trend has legs. And then it gives us some demographics about millennials. So I think that makes sense. All right, let's look at tip 3. Plug it in. So I'm going to read all of the answer choices and try to read the sentence over again using the proposed replacement word to see which one fits the best. So if you endow the demographers, that doesn't really make sense. Let me try again with B. If you attribute the demographers, this trend has legs. Well, that's not really how the word attribute is used. Usually you say if you attribute this to or something like that. Plus, I would say that doesn't really talk about credibility. Remember, I said if you think the demographers are credible. All right, so let's look at C. If you believe those demographers, okay, that kind of makes sense. That's pretty good. Let's save that answer choice and the back of our mind, and let's take a look at D. If you honor the demographers. Okay, that one doesn't really seem to fit. So let's look at C. If you believe the demographers, this transit trend has legs. The millennials who reached adulthood around the turn of the century and now outnumber baby boomers tend to favor cities over suburbs. Okay, now let's check to see if we are right. Choice A is incorrect because endow means to equip or furnish. Choice B is also incorrect because attribute would mean cite, which doesn't really match up with the sentence. Choice C does fit pretty well. Yep, this makes sense. And choice D is wrong because honor isn't a synonym for trust. Okay, perfect. So our answer was C. So following these steps worked. And today, as we read The Bluest Eye, we'll actually be practicing our reading comprehension. Every time we read, we're practicing our reading comprehension. So we'll actually be working on tip 4 actively. But all you really need to worry about as you answer these questions in the moment are tips 1, 2, and 3. All right, we're going to practice one together now, guys. Good luck.